Hi, I'm recording this video. It's going to go out in this email to all of my students shortly. So if you're not one of my students, there may possibly be something that's useful in this video. Quite likely if you're at the same school as I teach at, more globally, I'm not too sure whether it will be useful or not. Okay, the school where I work and you study is going to be using Teams for remote learning. And I think even when you return and all teachers return in September, I still think we're going to be using this to some extent. So it'd be really, really good if you can get familiar with it as soon as possible. And also, if lots of people join Teams, if you get signed up for it, then we could even start doing some work on it now. But that is all dependent on people actually getting on there. So this is Teams, the full desktop application. I'm not going to run through all the details of that. All I want you to do is just get logged in. But this is a desktop application. There's also a web application. There's also a version which you can download for your phone, tablet device, whatever. Okay, so I think there's loads and loads of options there. And obviously, I think the desktop application is going to be the best. Big screen, more features and everything. But I still think, whatever your device is, do give it a go. Now, if you can't install anything, then in terms of software, then you can, so long as you've got a web browser, you should be able to access it. And I'm going to start off with showing you via the web browser, because I think that's the way you have to go, because then you can download the full desktop application. If you've got a desktop PC, that is, or a laptop PC. So what you need to do is to go to teams.microsoft.com. And by the way, when I tried to do this, I had numerous problems. Now, the first thing that I found was, and I've got it to forget some of my account details here. The first problem was that it was trying to, it only showed, say, my Gmail account and also a Microsoft account that had nothing to do with the school. Now, neither of those are something that you'll be able to use to log into Teams, or maybe you can log into Teams, but then you won't be able to sign into the school's system. So do make sure that you click, if you haven't already got the school's email address listed there, you click use another account. Then type your school's email address, or your email address at the school, I should say. So if you're John Smith, it would be whatever it's going to be, like 19jsmith@thomas-hardy.net, or whatever it is that your email address is. Remember, it's the same. Starts off with your username and then the domain name. And so once you've done that, and it's just remembered mine because I previously typed it in. So then I'm going to click next. And it's remembered my password because I've typed it in before. That's fine. Obviously, if you haven't typed it in before, you'll need to type it in now. And then I click sign in. And I thought that I was, let's just say keep signing in. I thought that was going to work because it all looked quite good. What I found was it then failed. I don't know whether it's failed. Okay, do not be put off by that. That's one thing I have to say. Do not be put off by that. Just close Teams, or close this web tab for Teams, and then open it again, and then it works. Every time that I've had that problem, that's what I've had to do. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to drag it off the screen just for the moment, because I need to do that so you don't get to see some other details as I'm logging in and out. So I'll bring it back onto the screen. I've got a dual monitor here. Okay, so teams.microsoft.com, and so I didn't type in any details, did I? And then you see I'm logged in. Okay, so for whatever reason, I don't know why, but that first time around it wouldn't log in, and then I've not had a problem since. Okay, now the time you will have a problem, like let's say if you're sharing your computer with your brother or sister or something, maybe then you're going to have some problem, but you've got to make sure that each time you sign into Teams, you're signing in using your account. So don't share account with your sibling or whoever. If you want to get logged out, not logged out of Windows, but logged out of Teams, you can click this thing and then you can go to, where is it? So there we go, sign out. Okay. Now, so I'm signed in, and let's say I want the full program. You go down to that, download desktop app, you click that, and then you click save, and then once it's saved, which I've already downloaded it, and then you just then go into your downloads folder or wherever you downloaded it to, double click, follow the prompts to install the application, and then it should be available to you. And then you open the application, and then it's going to prompt you to, presumably it's going to prompt you to sign in using your school login details, and then hopefully you'll be in. And then fingers crossed, you will then see the if you go, like, there's activity, chat, Teams. If you go to the Teams page, then hopefully you will see that I have added you to a team or two.